Good. when you've done it. I've just unmuted Webinar Jam. I'm talking right now. I'm standing back from the computer. Can you hear that? Webinar Jam. Well, you just need to turn your volume up, but Webinar Jam is broadcasting right now, so it should be taking, taking the same audio from the mic on the computer and broadcasting over to the Google Hangout. Is it any better or worse? Well, let me do this. Let me mute start meeting as well. All right, now I've got, I'm only on Webinar Jam, and I'm talking. Of course, I'm not talking as loud as Roy's talking. All right, why don't you just tell these guys to mute their start meeting instead of closing them out, and I'll just mute. I've got the.
No, it was the presentation that was not.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's going to be a slight delay. Let me see if I've got. Well, once it gets going, I think it won't matter. Let's see. I'm going to give you guys I'm going to put the generic live link in there, and the start meeting chat. Well, I'll just put it in the Webinar Jam chat. And look under the chat function under Webinar Jam. You might want to do this. You might want to log out and log back in with that link. And that link is like an admin link, and it may give you a better connection. I'm not sure. I just noticed that anytime anybody was an admin, they got almost an instant. It was tracking pretty much live.
I'm very excited to sell 3 cars. No, it was in the bathroom before she was put in there.
Potential recruit into the system. Will they stay in the system if they do not fill out the form?
So what they get?
Tell Anthony what's happening with the audio. And I'll ask Roy. Hey, Roy. Ray had a question. Ask Roy, please, if I input a potential recruit into the system, do they stay in the system if they do not fill out the form?
Yes. So are you going to start taking numbers and stuff at full-timers meetings? Yeah, but I'm going to start doing, you mean with overhead? That's good. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do, oh, no, we're at this.
Okay, so all you do is put it, support it.
We're not doing this.
Actually, they're saying Webinar Jam.
I haven't done
It looks clear. It's readable on there. From the art, it's not so
I'm going to go into this and look at this. What the start meeting, get a perspective, so I can go through all the back on.
Okay, that's what you're doing.
You can pull up the website.
Now he's got this in place.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it's not 75.
All right, guys, we're gonna roll it.
You got one?
I got this about 2 weeks ago. So we okay, guys. Okay. Okay. We're like, let me walk you through. I'm gonna try to walk you through the database stuff. Then we're gonna switch over, but because of the question you're having. Okay. So here's what happens. We have our. We're gonna say for this. We have our the big database. Now, what we did, we went in. There's still a number of names in there that don't have an agent tied to it. Okay, we're not sure where they came from, but Anyway, but what we did, we went into everybody's database that that had names in there, and we knew it was yours, and we tied your code number to it. Okay, and we tied the email address that we had for most of you. Now, just keep in mind that the email address that you enter now, okay, for anybody, is going to be your email address. It's going to be your email address. Okay.
Even for the old ones? Or
Well,
you
no,
say you want
no,
it, they
well,
do?
any new ones. The old ones, we took and put in there based upon whatever you'd already given us. Okay, all right? So if you change it, fine. If you had a decent email address, fine. But all I'm saying is going out into the future, you want to make sure that when you're somebody new, okay, they have an email address that somebody would recognize, otherwise it's going to not happen. So now what happens is every name, okay, every name. All right, so hold on.
So this is, in the big database, this is a list of all our clients and everything.
Everybody, prospects,
Off of, like off
clients.
of CAM?
No, well, whatever you give us.
Okay,
No,
so just
you-
what we give you?
Yeah,
Okay.
because Cam doesn't have necessarily have email. So,
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of.
all right, so here's what happens. Here's the big database. It's going to be made up of clients that you exported in. It's in there, right? It's going to be made up of prospects.
From time to time, step back so you guys.
Okay, so prospects that you enter, right? That could be either recruits or clients, okay? And it's going to be anybody else you enter. All right, this would be one that would be getting the emails, right? All right. Then you might, like what Dave was talking about, you just enter them, okay? And they go in there. Now, once they're in there, regardless of where they came from, let's say you go work a trade show, okay, and you work a home show, and you capture all these email addresses, and you go back in, okay, and you fill in the form and you send them something, right? They're now going to be in this database, okay? All right. Now, once they're in this database, what's going to happen is they're going to receive the email blast, okay? That email blast. My mindset is we're going to be doing twice a month, okay? It's going to be all about financial information, okay? Good financial information, all right? So they're going to be getting that, okay? Then what's going to happen is, all right, there's another, we'll say for the sake of it, there is the main database. Then we have, for the sake of it, out of that, the recruit database. Okay? The recruit database is when they become, so these are prospects, these are agents. Okay? So like that. Right. The prospects and agents. Does that make sense? Okay? So what we've got, we have prospects and we have customers and agents. Does that make sense? Prospective clients, prospective agents, and then we have agents that have signed up and we have customers that have signed up. Okay? All right, now, the agent database, once they become an agent, the first thing that happens, that triggers the first 30 days. They get an email every day talking them through the business end of it. Okay?
Now, is that automatically, or are we going back in?
They're now a client. Or they're now, you're going to now, you can do that, or they're going to do it themselves. Okay, and you'll see when we'll bring up the page, everything is right on one place, everybody goes to. Okay, they click, are you a new agent? Click here. Okay, are you an existing agent? Click here. Okay, that kind of stuff. All right, so now, what happens is now we have that. So then we have that thing going, so when there's a new agent, it immediately generates 30 days of how to get started and email everyone, video email. Okay? That's in all this is success. So now, I bring in a new recruit. So here's what happens. I meet somebody. I give them an email, send them an email. They look at it. I follow up. I recruit them. Okay? If I follow up and I don't get in touch with them, a few days later, they're going to get something automatically anyway from me. Then they're going to get something again from me. And they're going to get something from me. They're going to always be invited over to come with their webinar, right? They're gonna-
About what, 6 times that we talked about?
Yeah, 6
And then they
times.
go to regular rotation.
And then after that, they go into, they're in the big database, and they'll be getting whatever they got in the big database. So now at this point, okay, I'm gonna be on their ass 6 times for the next 30 days if they don't do anything, right? That's it, all right? Same with customers, all right?
So if a person on the third email says, I'm gonna go ahead and get that and look at that webinar,
They have a link right there. They just,
does it take them out of the next 3?
no, they'll just be able to keep on, because it's not gonna be, it's gonna say, it's more like, okay, I've done this, whatever, okay? So, no, it's gonna be 6 over 30 days, all right? So now what happens is, then it goes into this, okay? So now, so what we're doing is we're automating the front-end prospecting and the follow-up system to help you along the way. It's called a drip campaign, all right? You just drip on them consistently, remind them. And then your job every night is you're gonna get a list, right? And that list is gonna have everything you did today, all right? In the form of an Excel sheet. And now you can do it one of 2 ways. You can import them in, okay, right then, and you can have your file